being treated like a person just makes you feel real good. It's okay that I didn't live the greatest life for a while, because I'm living one now, and that's what matters. I had the typical normal teenage high school years, and then I was in a car accident where I hit my head, and they had to put me on prescription painkillers. And that was the first step. That's what got me into being an addict. I like the feeling, and I don't know the exact reason, but I'm pretty sure there might have been past trauma that I was trying to hide from. It made me feel better, and so I kept using it. I was 21 or 22 when that happened, and I struggled with that for 6 years, not living the best life, not doing things I'd ever do now. Woke up one morning disappointed that I woke up because I was tired of living that way. And that's when I called my mom. It was like, if you don't come get me, within a year I'll be dead. When you really want it, you'll do whatever it takes to get clean. So I left everything I knew behind and moved to a different state. Clean slate, get away from everything I knew, and plus my mom lived up here and I had a place to detox and get help. A lot of people look down on former addicts. Most people think it's a choice, like, well, just don't do it. And yeah, it starts out that way. I call it a self-inflicted disease. Starts out, yeah, you make that choice, you pick up and use, but eventually over time you'll wake up and you realize you don't have a choice anymore, or you're very sick. It took a lot to get away from that, and I do not want to go back. At first it was very hard, especially before I got my first job here. I started working, and then my mom's boyfriend at the time, he told me that Caterpillar was having a hiring event, and we lived right up the street, less than 2 minutes away. And he told me to just check it out. I didn't go in with any high hopes, but I went in and did my interview, and they asked me, when can I start? So I pretty much just got offered the job right there. And that was when my life started to change for the better. I was able to start working there, and was able to save up money to the point where I was able to buy my own vehicle and to buy my own dirt bike. And within a year and a half, I was able to get my own place, able to save up money. It wasn't like how I was 5 years ago. And I love it. I love living the normal life. It doesn't have to be spectacular to be happy in life. A lot of people don't like rules, but that structure, especially as a recovering addict, that routine helps more than anything else will. And it's a pretty sweet gig. I have no complaints. Gotta be grateful that I got that second chance at life. And that acceptance is a big thing, being treated as a person. And everyone I work with know, all my bosses, they all know. So it's huge, Addicts are people too. They're down in the dumps. Everyone has a reason why they start. This is the first time I've ever really got to tell my story. It's a kind of cool experience. And I think it's really cool that Caterpillar wants to show all these personal stories of the everyday worker. I'm always going to be an addict. I'm not active addict anymore. I'm a recovering addict, but I always will be one. That's who I was. And now I'm better. It's real freeing to be able to live life on my terms without drugs. That's when it really hit me, like, you know what? I did it. I did it. I'm one of the few that make it out of addiction, and I'm doing all right.